And I want to acknowledge Miriam from Tamarack. So thank you, Miriam, for joining. And there's an amazing project as well going on with Tamarack around participatory grant making. And some of you are involved in that. And that might be a model that we also look to in terms of some of the different types of funding models out there that could be considered. So thanks, Ruth, for sharing the link to the evaluation feedback form, and wonderful to see all these words of regeneration, transformative, responsive, and looking forward to learning about the other projects across Canada. Thank you, Baldev. And we definitely hope for a better time in terms of a normal being able to meet perhaps in person and dreaming towards that creative visioning and implementation, generative, do better, collaborative. That's all wonderful. Super. All right.
Can I just say something else?
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah, sorry for that. To Rich and others. I didn't hear, maybe you said it, but I didn't hear loud enough that we are focusing on us and big dreamers. But on the other hand, how about we focus on two groups of newcomers who already settled? And some of them are unhappy newcomers. There are, don't say that, everybody is happy, lovey-dovey, staying in Canada. Some of them not, but there's no other choice for them. So successful immigrants, maybe we just get group of them to talk to them. Why you feel that you are successful? What did we do as community that you felt that? And other group that are really not successful, and don't afraid of them, because you learn so much from the suffering of people. If you hear how they suffer, then you learn more, deeper lessons in order to go forward. So ask them why you are not happy, why you think that you're not settled or integrated, why your soul is not in Canada, is always every day flying to your country. So this kind of stuff maybe holistically give us a better picture. I don't know whether this makes sense to anybody, but that's something that I didn't want to hide it. Thank you.
Thank you, Afad. I really appreciate these concrete ideas, and it really speaks to, I think, the breadth of sort of your research view of the world. And I think in terms of the research phase, like what a wonderful way to think about gathering some more inputs around what is working for the end, user, if you will, of services, and those who aren't able to access services. That's such a key insight. And I think we'll really want to look to that and think about how do we incorporate some of that qualitative thinking and insights that really can help drive innovation, because it really doesn't come from, just out of the blue. It really is grounded in experience and making sure that each individual has the opportunity to access and experience a smooth transition with the available services. So I think that's such a key piece as well. Thank you so much. Oh, Baldev.
Just one last comment, just to support effort on this. I think one of the lessons that we have learned in the settlement sector is the systemic racism that new immigrants face in employment, in variety of educational credentials and all that stuff. And I think Canada has struggled and continues to struggle about not only identifying systemic racism within structures and how to dismantle it. So we have identified, we know there is research that demonstrates that immigrants who come to Canada healthy, 5 years later, their health suffers. We know this. So it's nothing new. The difficulty that we are having is how do we make the settlement process better for newcomers to Canada. And part of that integration and settlement process is to look at structural inequities that exist. And Canada is struggling to not only identify, but dismantle structural racist practices within itself. And I think that is what is the painful process, because we can interview thousands of newcomers who are struggling to get jobs, get integrated, get their education credentials met, get all those. And that is where the crux of the matter lies. And I think that is a process where we are unable to make significant changes there as well.
This probably bridges to what you're describing, Baldev, and really great point, and such a vast one. And I think Varsha, this can bridge to your project, and maybe there's connections that can be made as well. So go ahead.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jessica. That was exactly what I was going to say, that Baldev, that issue is not being left untackled through the Building Inclusive Practices and developing anti-racist, anti-oppressive initiative. That's the project that we are unfolding right now through the Regional Diversity Roundtable, where the focus will be on finding and addressing the systemic challenges that newcomers, that settlement sector has continued to, be challenged with, and also that are inherent in how we do business, which we need to first understand, then find solutions that will work and change our ways. So that's the process that we are developing through that project. And even ours is a multi-year project funded through IRCC. And the call has already gone out to the community to begin to be involved in that initiative as well. So my ask of all of you is, if you have not looked at it, please, we'll be more than happy to send it again through PNSG out to all of you, and get involved, get engaged. And that's the forum where we want to definitely tackle that big issue of systemic discrimination.
Great, thank you, Varsha. And what is the deadline for your applications?
So the advisory committee is coming up on Monday. So
On Monday,
we have
okay.
posted that out and sent it out broadly.
Okay.
And we have received a good response. We would like more. If you are interested, don't hesitate. And I think what I might do is put the email here and connect with us.
Perfect. While you're doing that, Varsha, just a last note about the evaluation link. Apologies, we have the most current link is working well. So if there was any inconvenience with the first link, this is the functioning link that Ruth has shared in the chat box. And thank you, Varsha, for sharing your email about your project.
Thank you.
Wonderful. And we'll definitely want to look at where there's some bridging opportunities between our projects. Great. Well, I think we've had a really productive meeting together, and really appreciate your time this Friday morning for you to share and really think about future and what we could look ahead to in terms of working together, but also what that vision could be. So I think what I'll do is I'll post my email as well, and others can do the same on the project team. And if there's anything else, please feel free to reach out to us as we move along. So thank you again for everyone's time, and maybe we'll conclude the meeting. Thank you again.